All right. I have no idea. I guess. I don't know. My mic sounds terrible though, right? All right. Yeah, video seems fixed, but audio sounds like garbage.
Alright, let's try this. Let's see how this sounds. Alright, so my interface is wet in the bed hard. I'll mess with it later. Sorry we're going to be on my headset mic today, but it's going to be. There we go. Okay. What's a stream day without a little bit of a technical hiccup, huh? So I think we're about ready to do another coat here on the intakes. I guess the outtakes. Outflow. And these sponsons, pontoons, side pods, whatever you want to call them. There we go. That's gonna be a pain. Likes to be a pain in the butt, man. Oh, this paint can be such a nightmare. Get the stream up just in time for ads. Let me sleep those. Give me a sec here. Am I too late? Yep, son of a gun. Sorry, guys. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, so we're pretty close on that side. I'm not sure I taped this super well, so I'm afraid when I pull this back there's just going to be a bunch of white crap on the inside of this. We'll see. Or a bunch of black on the white. And we'll miss some of the spots as well. You can see it up in there. And then even here. I'll have to get in there with something smaller. This chisel brush ain't gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Alright, let's go get a smaller brush here. This will just take longer. I also really hate working on the pot. It's like not my favorite. But in this case, I'm not going to put Tamiya alcohol-based acrylics in my wet palette. Like those are really just for all the other acrylics. actually surprised I haven't gotten any black on the bodywork yet. Like general bodywork. Oh god. And that's why we mask. There we go. Yeah, we're just going in here, finishing up all this black. I guess I'm gonna come from underneath. I don't. Yeah, that was probably the best way. Yep. Actually, that's like way too much. Okay. I kind of want to see if I can do the lip here. There's like a little imperfection in the plastic there, which makes life way harder than it should be. All right. So mad I missed that there, that little lip. I'm gonna have to touch it up. I'll touch it up later. There we go, okay. Now we'll go back to the chisel and finish up kind of the rough areas around here. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Glad we were able to come back. That was... Sorry, Al. God, I thought that was paint. It was dirt or dust. Okay. Nope, slipping. we're super close here. Then on to the last. There's a little bit of white touch-up I could do, but it's not. I'd rather just do it by hand if I'm going to do that. We'll see about. Actually, I don't even know if I have a Tamiya white in a pot. I might not. I might just have it in spray. But that's okay. I mean, you can't win it all. Yeah, I think we're pretty bloody close. Got the intakes on. The headrest I'll put on very last. Right there, once that's on the body. Because I'm not sure what the decaling is going to do. I know we got a cutout for these scoops. These intakes here. You can't see them. There they are. These aero scoops. And then we'll be ready. So we're very close. We're very close on this. But let's let this sit for a minute before we go in and kind of finish it completely off. At least with the paint. I'm so excited to be finally done with that. Not that I hated it. It's just when you're so close, that last 10% feels like 3 times as long. And I know all I got left is the decaling. And they're not bad. The decals are super easy. And they're not even that big. I was worried they would be huge, but the decals on the Cardassian Cruiser were bigger. So, all right, we got 2 of these guns. I'm not super concerned really about any of this because it looks like. All right, let's do this. Where's my pencil? Go ahead and throw you up here. So the flat black. Good news, I have it. All right, we got our flat black. That's essentially it. F, I think, is red. Yep. For these, which I think are like little lights or lenses or something. Red. And then this is going to be light gray. And brown. And then this will be the same thing. Medium gray. And then just the same. It's gray and brown, the whole thing. H, I'm not sure what H is. Steel. And then flat black as well. G. Light blue. I don't know what a Mattel 5B is. No, I'm just being smart aleck. Alright, so flat black on the canopy here. No, gloss black on the canopy. So what I might do for this, I don't know. Maybe I'll use some of that Black Templar contrast. If we want it gloss, I have the semi-gloss black. I have this stuff. That's actually what I might do. I might spray it in the semi-gloss black and then do like some streak effects on it. I wish I could actually just do transparency, but I don't know what the hell the inside of a Virago looks like. So if we were to model, well, you couldn't. You get all the all the armature stuff here for the wings, so that really wouldn't work. And then this is the same stuff. F, D, black. Black. medium gray. Brown. E is white. Yep. White. G. Was it the light blue? Light blue. And then F. Red for the background of the sun logo. So this is actually a flat red. I don't think I have a flat red. I have that gloss Tamiya red. So I could spray the whole thing. And then come back over and do the hand flat black. I don't know. I'd rather do the whole thing in flat black because it'll sit better with the Tamiya spray. And then we'll go in behind and brush in the red with another acrylic, like a less glossy acrylic, not a model acrylic, but a GW acrylic or a Vallejo acrylic. And do that. And that's it. Like I said, this will go pretty quick, guys. I think assembly is probably going to take us longer than painting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. That's not what we want to have happen. I'll be right back, y'all. Comedy of errors today. Could be worse. It could be non oil. This is just dirty isopropyl with acrylic paint in it, so this will come up pretty easy. If it doesn't strip this, I don't know, I think this is like a vinyl, I don't know, whatever this tabletop is made of, or desktop. But it's alcohol, so it's essentially gone. There we go. Jesus, Phil. But done and done. Easy peasy. I'm gonna need more isopropyl, but that's fine. Get this in the garbage can. There. And not light a match anywhere near here for a little bit. Okay. I think I saved the manual. Yes, this is all fine. We are good. Back to good. Oh, all wicked underneath here. Alright. That should be okay. We'll be okay for a little while. It's not going anywhere. Oh, now I have a headache. That's way too much alcohol. Friggin' isopropyl. Alright. So pretty straightforward. We don't have to really identify a color right away, but it might not be bad. Now let's put these guns together, see where we're at. I'm not particularly worried about it. Like I said, all this, I mean, we can prime all of this in subassembly. Yeah, that'll be fine. So these will get painted. These will get painted. Wonder how much of a pain these will be to brush. Let's go those two. Alright. Alright, come here, you 40-old bag of plastic. Let's do this thing. No, it's not that old. But it is 25-year-old plastic at this point. Shows the Empire 1998, 99. '96. So, okay. So 30 years old. It's 30-year-old plastic. Like, tooling doesn't look bad. It's an AMT kit, but it's a simple one. It's like, this will come together pretty easily, I think. Nice big pieces here of sprue. Look at this. Here are each of the wing series. Eh. Sorry, if anyone doesn't like this screeching of plastic on plastic, we'll work on that. And another set of them. This thing is surprisingly big. I didn't expect for it to be this big. I guess I should have, considering the box, but I don't know, it'll probably be, I don't know, like that big, maybe? Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It should paint really well. And to be honest, there's not a lot of bad mold lines. I don't know how much gap fill we're going to have to do, but, you know, I don't know, I really just don't see anything too bad. A little bit of flash in there, but that's easy enough to fix. Same there. And like I said, no decals to really worry about, so this is, I think, pretty straightforward. Some of this has some mold lining. Yes, it does. Okay. So 2 of each of these. These go in halves. These go on the side. Yeah, simple, simple. And here's that cockpit piece. I guess this is the back. These are part of the little engines for each of the wings. But, yeah. Alright. Let's give it a whirl. Whatever did my clips. I brought over everything for cleanup, but not the actual clippers. Alright. I guess these are just pins somewhere. Yep, okay. So I can just take all these out. They'll all be the same. A little overzealous there, trying to take off my fingertip. Clip fast. We are clipping. Alright. Come on. Saved by my gut. No carpet monster for you today. It's like the less popular, aged version of Saved by the Bell. Saved by the Gut. No. Mario Lopez is way better than I did. Alright. I think that's all we need for this step. So we'll go ahead and throw these back. And from what it looks like, the tabbed end goes up top on these. So we'll have the bottom ends and the top ends here, like so. And the tabby ends. Okay, so these are specific, it looks like. These are left and right specific. So let's make sure we get the right ones. Here we go. Yep. Ooh, yeah. Okay. We're gonna get some use out of the sprue goo. I have a feeling. Yeah, look at that gap. So, okay, it's still an AMT kit. I might even have to break out the tiny vices. The little spring clamps. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm in the pinhole. Well, let's clean up the edges. Let's see how it sits. If it sits real crappy, we'll do that. We'll get that sorted. Oh no, these just go over top. They don't even fit. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some flash and stuff. That's pretty uneven. But not too bad. It doesn't look terrible. Okay. And then that ramps up top. Yep. Good deal. Alright. Simple, straightforward. And then obviously the two guns. And then, I don't know, targeting computer, optics, whatever this thing is. Would be the next thing. But what we can do before we get there is let's wrap up the Renault and the paint job. Even though I just got black paint alcohol everywhere. Wait, no. Have I really been doing that the whole time? You know what? It's completely fine. I don't even care. I think I've been using the flat black on the inside, but it's probably better than the semi-gloss. Yeah, because here's my semi-gloss. It was over there. So I have been using the flat black the entire time. That's okay though. I think it's fine. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna be like, oh my god, he used flat black. It's a gloss black. I guess if they were to bitch at me or complain about that, I would probably just go, well then obviously you must know more than I. You must have worked on the Renault Formula One team at the time. Like, I don't know how many people have that much intimate knowledge about this car that was like, nope, this is a different paint. Especially on the inside. But, alright, let's wrap up this side. Alright, let's not make a mess again, Phil. Just sets us behind, y'all. Doesn't help. Yep, shit. It already got under there. I can see it soaked through the paint. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay. Dumbass Phil. Can't even mask properly, buddy. Alright, so we got more white touch up than I was hoping, but it's fine. And to be honest, I was uncertain about this. Yeah, you can see like right there. Yep. All right. See, I just hate it. You pick up your own paint with this paint. I don't get it, but you're going to be fairly in the tub anyway, so I think, you know, once we put this on there, you're not really going to see much. Let's go ahead and see what the hell our damage is. Well, let's wait. Let's wait for it to dry. We'll see what the hell our damage is, and then we'll go from there. So we'll go back to Sprawling Abandonment Den. Sprawling Abandonment Den. It's a hell of a bot name. Alright. So we'll go ahead and just start going over. I mean, I brought out the polishing files. To be honest, I don't think we'll need them. At least not until we get to the gap fill. See, I do think, I honestly don't know, but I think this has to be a mold line. Like, yeah, we'll sand it. That's fine. I don't need the mold line remover. Yeah, there's definitely a mold alignment thing there. Or not. Alright, everybody, we got ads in just about 3 minutes. I apologize. But we're just cleaning up mold lines. We're hanging out. Kind of vegging after our first NEC yesterday. There we go. That looks better. It'll be a little pitted, but yeah, that's better. Alright, let's see if I can do the same here. I'm just lightly shaving. Yeah, it looks better. Hopefully it doesn't show up. We'll see. Looks like I messed this bit here. Go ahead and see if I can get some of the flash out here. It should sit down fine. I'm not particularly worried about it. I'm just gonna go try to smooth these at the very least, so when we glue, they'll grip, and hopefully smooth them out a little bit. We'll do the same here. Do the ends, that looks good. Where the sprue contact points were, there. Go over top of everything. This is the pin side, so we obviously don't want to take the pins off. We'll need those to glue into place. But that should get us pretty close to where we need to be. Check our fit. Fit check. Not bad. There's definitely going to be, yeah, once we get the glue on, I definitely want to hit some of this. Lots of gap fill around the back, but not terrible. Let's go ahead and commit. We'll get you glued. Like I said, I'm going to have gap fill on the back here. That's not terrible. And to be honest, I could even break out the thick stuff and see if I could fill it just with super glue. I mean, we have sprue glue. There's sprue glue. It was here. It's over there. Yeah, let's get this glued. Actually, I'm going to use the Tamiya. It should work with this. Alright. Alright, buddy. See ya in about a minute and a half. Just going and getting that all in there. Like I said, AMT, this is going to be pretty simple. Go ahead and get this cleaned up here. Yeah, we don't even need those polishing files. I mean, we're going to prime over it, so there's nothing like too... It's all very simply faced and put together. So we'll see. We'll see. I think we're okay. See, maybe like there. That I could see. Let's give him a shot. Let's work with him. Let's work him. I just should never have anything this fine, because I'll just break it. One day this is... They're made of like tempered glass, so they're just going to shatter. I'm going to drop it on the desk and it's just going to go into a million pieces. But they're very nice. Alright. Pretty straightforward there. So, yeah, a little bit uneven here. Let's go ahead and take this down. So I'm just gonna fat edge this whole thing. Yeah, still right here. There we go. Now if I fit that on, much better. There's still a little bit there. You can see like there. But already better. We got all this to clean up, so that's fine. And there we go. Just like that. Is this the fine one? This is the fine one. Use this little guy to get in between here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, lots of gap fill on the back. Look at that. Alright, let me hit that. Yeah, let me hit that. There we go. And now we sit and hold. Yeah, how's everyone's weekend been? Everyone have a good Sunday restful day? I hope so. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I can do a little bit of gappy gap here. Go ahead and get that in. See if we can seal that up. Yeah, we're gonna have to gap fill some of this. That's okay. That's okay. We'll manage. Alright, let's get that front glued on. Oh, why did I just close the glue? Ooh, ooh boy. looks good. There we go. Beautiful. I feel like this is the side we already did. Yeah, I feel like this should prime out. There's a little bit here. Let me see if I can get this zapped in there. It's probably too much. Way too much, Phil. Way too much. Let's do one of these. There we go. We might just have to be okay with this. That's like molding. There's like, I don't know. I'm over on both sides, so maybe it's supposed to be that way, but yeah, that's pretty deep. Yeah, let's do the gap fill here. Oops, there we go. So I'm just using Starbond medium. I have a thick. I don't think I need it. I don't think it's that bad. But yeah, we'll let that sit. Good deal. All right. Are we ready to see how much we screwed the pooch on this Tamiya masking? Moment of truth. A little bit of pooch screw in there. I don't think anything we can't overcome. Let's see how bad it is on the inside. Yeah, okay. That's the worst. That's the worst right there. Look at that. Oh no. Look at that. Let's see how bad it is over here. Worse. It's worse. It's not any better. Somehow I knew this was going to be a back and forth. Somehow I knew. Shenanigans. As long as it's not too deep on the body side, that's... Like, getting the yellow and the masking this curve is probably the worst bit of it. So if this stays relatively clean, I'm going to be happy. Okay, yeah, good. So, I think if I have the white in a pot, I'll just touch up. It shouldn't be too bad. It might be a pain in the ass, but we'll see. I mean, this is all going to be kind of covered anyway. Like, I shouldn't have gone as hard as I did, but that's okay. Shit. I am short here. But I guess we can go over it. We'll look at it. I think I bought a white. If not, we're gonna have to push the project like a week while we wait for it to come in. I could have sworn I bought a pot of white. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just overly confident. I was like, oh yeah, one take, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It turns out it was not fine. But you live, you learn. I mean, I've got GW White Scar, which is not the same. I'm honestly debating like masking the whole side again and then just spraying the white. But no, we'll get a pot of Tamiya white. It's probably good we have it anyway. I mean, I can also get really creative and try to use, you know, alcohol to take it off. But I don't know. We won't mess with it today. We're almost to our stopping point, so I'm not gonna start something new. So I'm just gonna come over with this and try to remove some of the texture we created when we glued that. Same on this side. Smooth that out. Okay, and that's still very wet. I just glued a bunch of dust to my emery board. That's okay. And then I do have my sprue goo. Which, here's how I make it. Get yourself a bottle of Tamiya Ultra Thin. This stuff right here. It's the same stuff I actually glued with a little while ago. Or extra thin, I should say. And get yourself a bunch of sprue. And then cut it up into, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch pieces. Maybe 5-10 millimeter. And stick it in here. And then let it dissolve. What this does, it makes like a very thick, soupy consistency sort of stuff. That will kind of fill plastic. It's thicker than the Tamiya Ultra, but still has the properties of doing all of your plastic binding. So that's one way. I know a lot of people will do acetone baths. Like, get a jar, fill it with acetone, put a bunch of GW sprue in there. Everyone that, when I was first getting into modeling online and forums and videos, said this is... The airplane guys love this stuff, because, I mean, when you're building an airplane, it's a lot of shit like this. It's a lot of two halves you gotta stick together. And then you get all these gaps, right? Well, we'll sand that down and see if it sits nice. You gotta fix all that stuff. So that's really, you know, I'd see it in action, like in people's work in progress pics and that sort of stuff. So it's worked well for me in the past, and I will continue to use it. There's my advice. If you're doing gap fill, I know for miniatures it's a little different, because you might not, you know, you might just be trying to fill in a shoulder seam or something like that, and you're not really, you know, you don't have these big long straight seams, but it works just as well as miniatures, even 3D printed stuff. So looks like there was maybe a little bit of warping here. I don't think this is intentional. There's like a little bend here. That could be molding, that could be just sitting in a Florida garage for months or years, God forbid. However, this texture does seem to be from the mold. All this stuff. I mean, you can hear it. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But it doesn't seem to affect the join at all. So we're just going to leave it in there. The end's getting sealed. No big deal. So, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but I do work a lot with a small hobby blade for cleanup, I don't know, for other things. And I tend to use it in this sort of motion, where I'm cutting towards myself and I'm using my thumb. When you do this, to not cut into your thumb, like, I don't know, your mileage may vary. I have these big old meat hands. situations. So, like, a lot of times, I kind of keep my thumb flat, so that way when I come against the blade, I know every situation's a little different. The bottom of my thumb is going to hit the shaft first. Like, I can slam this into my finger all day, and I'm not cutting myself. The glove's fine. So, whoops, there we go. As long as you're kind of butting the blade, you shouldn't ever, it's kind of like when you use the tips of your fingers for cutting vegetables. You know, you're using your knuckles to keep the blade edge away from you. Same principle, just do that. And as long as you're not like coming into you, you know, you should never really cut yourself. That's another Fisher Corporation safety tip from HR. Alright. Yeah, I think we're okay here. I think we're okay here. Bam, bam, bam. We still have, these aren't quite lined up, so I'm gonna go in with this. I'm really kind of mad about that masking. I'm trying not to look at it at the moment, but it's sitting there taunting me. It's like, look at your crappy job. Now you got extra work. You're farther away than you thought you were gonna be. Shenanigans. But that's okay. We'll fix it. We'll get it fixed. Take our time with it. There's no rush. The rush is self-imposed. No commission to make. No deadline. No show. No game. Just for me. Take your time. Alright, let's check fit. Fit check. Some of it's pretty jank. Well, that's okay. We get it sorted. Alright. Lindsay. Let's do the thing. There we go. I've been so tired this weekend. See if I can maybe get this glued down first try. Nah, we'll have to go and reapply here. Oof, okay, don't. Let's sit, bud. Let's sit. It's fine. There we go. Yeah, I think that's alright. Not too much gap fill here. I think a lot of this will sand down pretty well. Except the back, but we know the back is a problem child already. We knew what we were doing. Okay. There we go. feel you're wearing your headset. Doesn't matter if you lean away from the mic anymore. I'll get that interface fixed. I'll be back on the better mic next time. I don't know. Sometimes that interface can be wonky. You gotta reset it. But it's been up for like 6 months. I haven't really had to mess with it. So that's okay. Maybe we need an update. So yeah, I'm just taking my sprue go. We're gonna just try to run in a gap just like we would regular Tamiya. Being heavier. Definitely some crud there. And you really almost gotta paint this stuff. It doesn't flow. You think it's gonna flow like the Tamiya ultra thin and like capillary action? It does not. It does not do that. At least mine does not. Sprue goo gap fill. Get in there. Okay. Alright, let's clean up the other tip here. There we go. This one already seems to sit better than the other one. This is still a little far back. You can see there's kind of a tiny ridge here. Let's see if we can get that reduced. Smooth, level that out a little bit. Same on this side. Okay. Yeah. It'll be fine. Oh, honey, it'll be fine. There we go. Go ahead and get this filled in. Bam. Just like this. Oh, come on. Work with me here. Thank you. Like, wasn't letting the piece go. There we go. Alright. So, all in all, not terrible. I mean, there's definitely some age on the kit. Could be worse. Hey, what the hell is this about? There we go. Yeah, maybe we'll run some more here. Alright. Now we got a heck ton of these things to make. Yeah, these are always going to be way bad news bears. I don't know. Every time you get something little like this, it's always way off alignment. So these will be fun in and of their own right to try and clean up, provided they don't move on me too much. But where are we at on time? Alright, we got like another 10 minutes. I got plastic in my hair. Let me see. give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna go to the garage and see if I can find the white Tamiya. If I can, we'll try to clean up the issues here with the Renault. And if we're done there, we'll go ahead and glue that stuff in. But give me like 2 minutes. We'll be right back. We do have it. We found it. That was very loose, so hopefully it doesn't... Nope, it looks okay. Hell yeah, good deal. Alright, good bloody deal. Let's see if we can shake you up. And let's see if we can touch this stuff up. I mean, ideally this would be a gloss white. It doesn't have to be. We're probably gonna flat coat this and then gloss coat over it again. As part of the decaling process. So I'm not too concerned about it, but let's see how well this goes down. Pretty well, y'all. Okay. It's like other Tamiya stuff. Once you put it down, you can't really futz with it. Yeah, that'll be fine. This will all be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Could it be smoother? Absolutely, but this will be fine. See, perfect. That's what happens. You can see the white, the alcohol in this starts picking up the layers underneath. So you get like 1 or 2 brush strokes on it. You cannot go back and blend. There's no blending because it'll just do that. And that's just Tamiya. So you gotta kind of get it right the first time out. And then you get two strokes. You gotta wait for the whole thing to dry, and then go over it again. Shoot, it's been off camera the whole bloody time. Sorry, everybody. I lose track of where the hell I am. There we go. Samir's like talking about, look how this does the thing, and I can't even show you because it's on a camera. Always close your Tamiya paint or glue. It'll get you. If you let it, it'll get you. Of course, we're losing some of that smooth texture from the spray, but can't win them all. That's why ideally, one and done. The big thing is really the yellow. I'm just glad that came out okay. Alright. We'll just finish up this side. That seemed to get a little worse. Oh, Phil. You did not. You did. Shit. I even have stuff around me. This is where Phil goes on tilt right here. There we go. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is not hard painting. It's really not. It's just frustrating. Because you're like, oh, everything was great, and now it's not. There we go. I don't know, like another 3 coats there? I don't know. Oh, man. No, it's too much. Still too much. Okay. Alright, I mean, we saved it pretty much. I think we're okay. I was able to clean up some of the other stuff. Let me get back up here real quick. Where's the... this right here. And then there was a little bit back here. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, chat. We are very, very close. Let's go on ahead. And where are we at? Alright, I don't know. Well. Yeah, I think that might be it for today. Well, thank you to Jace and Patty for hanging out today. I know it's been a pretty quiet stream, but that's okay. We're low key today. We are so close to wrapping this up. So close. And if you guys aren't following Jace the Face, definitely go check them out. They're very cool.
Stop. Get some help. Thank you to the beautiful individual that just shouted me out, or the streamer. But please, stay here, watch this content. Do not click that follow button. Thank you.
I didn't realize you had a dedicated one. That's great. That's so good. That's beautiful. Thank you guys. We'll be back Tuesday evening with some more free play. I got a couple things I've been thinking of. The X4 Star Wars mod. I updated it, Star Wars Interworld, so I'm thinking about doing that. Especially now that we're doing a Star Wars kit, and I kind of didn't do anything for May the 4th. So we'll do like a late Star Wars celebration thing. But until then, have a great rest of the weekend. Hopefully your Monday is quiet and relaxing, and we will see you Tuesday. Have a good night, everybody.